This is the second session of the session of the lecture series. IYS is ISKCON Youth Services of Chennai Temple. It's a forum created by women, for women, and of women. Here we discuss and learn to practically apply the ancient spiritual wisdom in our modern contemporary lives. We conduct several sessions. On Fridays, we have Bhagavad Gita sessions in Tamil. On Saturdays, we have specially curated sessions focusing on spiritual solutions for contemporary problems faced by women. This will resume once the Janmashtami lecture series are done. On Sundays, we have Telugu sessions in the morning and Prabhupada book reading sessions in the evening. We also provide mentorship and personalized guidance to sincere spiritual seekers. We are available on WhatsApp, YouTube, Telegram, and Facebook. Link will be posted in the chat window. Please do join if you are not yet a part of the groups. We share spiritually inspiring messages, darshan pics, and announcements for various programs, classes, events, and festivals in these groups. If you have any questions during the session, please post them in the chat window and the facilitator will respond to your queries. And as usual, please do fill the feedback form towards the end of the session. We value your suggestions and this will help us serve you better. Our guest speaker for today's session is Her Grace Tarini Radha Mataji. Her Grace Tarini Radha Devidasi is an author and children's spiritual educationist. Under her leadership, several programs are conducted for children at home and in schools. Since the year 2000, she is coordinating and training spiritual teachers in ISKCON to conduct spiritual programs for children. Under her leadership, the children's wing of ISKCON Chennai, Bhakta Prahlad Siksha Samaj, with about 60 leaders, conduct weekly sessions for 700 children annually in 62 parts of the city. In the year 2014, classes began for students at school with the permission of school authorities during assembly and value education periods. Up to October 2018, programs were held in 25 schools, reaching up to 10,000 children every week. She is currently working on value education and Sunday curriculum called The Glory of India. Besides this series of books, she has contributed articles to Back to Godhead and has written several small storybooks for children based on the Srimad-Bhagavatam. She is wife of His Grace Sumitra Krishnadas, the temple president of ISKCON Chennai. They have 4 children. Mataji is also a representative of South Indian Divisional Council in the ISKCON Ministry of Education and is thereby also a member of Indian Continental Committee. Glad to have you, Mataji. Thank you for joining us. Excited to hear from you. Over to you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Sukirti Madhvi here, welcoming everyone and especially welcoming Her Grace Tarini Radha Mataji. It's such a privilege to be here and to have Mataji on this forum. I was remembering almost 10 years back when we actually started the IYS programs, and that time Mataji was a regular visitor, and then life got busy and Mataji is occupied with so many other services. So Anuttama has read out all the list and the formal introduction of Mataji, but for me, she's my guardian angel. She keeps guiding me. She keeps correcting me. She keeps telling me what I should do and what I should not do. So if I am in ISKCON for so many years, it's because of Tarini Mataji's grace. She is the first devotee whom I came in touch with. I mean, a female devotee whom I came in touch with in ISKCON. And somehow I have this privilege of staying in the same building with her since, I guess, 2007. So since 2007 till 2021, we are so closely connected. It's her mercy, it's her grace on me. So whatever I am doing, whatever little I am doing, it is because of Mataji's causeless support and her guidance, because she keeps guiding me, as I said. So many services like those which you may know and those services which you may not know also, Mataji has been the source of inspiration and guidance and allocating me the services. So I started my preaching career with children preaching way back, and that I started under Mataji. And then she only gave me the idea to start the youth preaching. And now she is so supportive in study Gita services. So I'm very, very indebted to Mataji. Her classes are so philosophical. When you talk to Mataji, it is no Gramya Katha. long back, she told me, Grame Katha Shunivena Koribena. And I have noticed that Mataji never talks anything which is a gossip thing. And anything and everything, she has that knack of connecting to Krishna. So I'm very happy, Mataji, to hear from you. And I'm sure all the girls, those who have joined, and I guess some more would be joining shortly. So all the girls would be highly indebted to you. So thank you, Mataji. Waiting to hear from you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you for the very homely welcome. Thank you. So we'll just start with a small bhajan. We'll be singing more songs during the 1 hour, the next 1 hour. So we'll just sing a short song now. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Bhaja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayati girim Yatkripatamaham Bande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyamishwaram. Good evening to all of you. So happy to be with all of you. I have, like Sukirti said, I am seeing the IYS program grow from a handful of girls, 5-6 girls, to so many of you. And it's continuing with such a good spirit. And I hear that now it's happening in several languages also. So I'm really very happy that under Sukirti Madhavi's leadership, the IYS program is going on so nicely. Sukirti Madhavi is very intelligent, and she can pick up things so quickly, and she relates with everyone so nicely. So it is no wonder that the IYS is doing so well. So I'm happy that all of you are part of this program, learning and practicing Krishna consciousness. Today in VRAJA we are going to Vrindavana. All these pastimes that you're going to hear will be based in Vrindavana, the place where Krishna grew up and did all his pastimes. So let's know what all is there in Vrindavana. There are many forests there. Vrindavana, Van itself means forest, so there are many forests. 12 forests, major, most important 12 forests are there. And of course, Govardhan Hill, many ponds, Yamuna River, and among the ponds, Radha Kund and Shyam Kund are very famous. So what does Krishna do in all these places? We know that every morning Krishna goes out herding the cows with his friends, and then he comes back only in the evening. So what does he do there in the forest all day? Those of you who know Tamil will know this popular song. Madamekam kanneni poga vendam sonnen. So in this song, Yashoda is trying to convince Krishna that please don't go to the forest, don't leave me and go. For Yashoda, Krishna is so precious that she can't stay even a few moments without him. So she begs him, don't go, please don't go. I'll give you butter, I will give you milk, I will give you sugar candy, please don't go. And Krishna says, please, Amma, don't stop me, I want to go. And then Yashoda gives many reasons why he should not go. There are many thieves by the Yamuna River. There are ferocious wild animals by Govardhan. So you will get scared, don't go. And Krishna says, oh, is it? If there are wild animals, I will hunt them down. If there are thieves, I will show them who is the greatest. So in this way, whatever Yashoda says, Krishna debates back and he insists on going. So this Leela happens every morning in Vraja. Yashoda doesn't want Krishna to go, but Krishna, Balaram, all the boys, they want to go out and play in the forest. So that's what we are going to look at. And before we look at that, let's hear one verse from Mukundamala. Mukundamala is written by Kulashekara Alvar in Sanskritam. And in the 17th prayer, he says, Nathena purushottame trijagatam ekadhipe chetasa sevye swasya padasya dhatari pare narayane tishtati. So he says, who is our Lord? Our Lord, Natha, is Purushottama. Purushottama means the best among all men. And why is he the best among all men? Because if you simply serve him in your mind, in your thoughts, he gives you the best possible thing. So we are all working. Most of us are working in offices and companies, and we have to work so many hours. And at the end of it, what do we get? Do we get satisfaction? Do we feel that we are getting the worth of what we are working for? There is always so much disappointment. We put in so much work, but what we get is so little. Even if you get lots and lots of money as your income, still there is no satisfaction at heart. So here is Purushottama, Shri Krishna. What does he give? If you simply serve him in your thoughts. So just imagine that in your house, you have the puja room, you have a picture of Krishna, you have lit the lamp, you have, you're burning some agarbatti, there's such a lovely smell coming. There are flowers offered to Krishna, nice mallipu, so fragrant, such a lovely atmosphere. Now you just sit there, close your eyes, and meditate on all the eatables that you can offer Krishna. Murukku, Sida, Mysore Pak, Doodh Peda, Badusha, Tengural, Murukku, mixture, so many things. Place them all in beautiful golden bowls and tell Krishna, Krishna, please accept this. And Krishna accepts it, even though you have done it only in your mind. And similarly, you just imagine that you have made a beautiful swing with gold and silver, and it is all studded with gems. It's shining brilliantly. And on top of that, there's a beautiful soft cushion. And you invite Krishna. Krishna, please come, sit on this swing and enjoy swinging. And Krishna will accept that. So in this way, whatever we even offer in our mind to Krishna, he accepts. And what does he give in return? Swasya padasya datare. He gives you his own position. And what is Krishna's position? He is the Lord of the entire creation. And he says, you can take it. And even beyond that, if you love him so much, depending on how much you love him, he says he gives himself. And it's very simple how to show your love for Krishna. There is one shloka, this comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's from one of the Puranas. So there it is said, if you give Krishna just a palmful of water, pure water like Ganga water, Yamuna water, just give him a palmful of water and some tulasi leaf, vikrinite swamatmanam bhaktebhyo bhaktavatsala. If you give just that much, he sells himself to you. He's purchased just by that loving offering of a palmful of water and some tulasi leaves. How much easier can it be to please Lord Krishna? So the Lord who's pleased so easily with such simple offerings, what pleases him the most is the love we can give him. To understand that he is our friend, even when we are suffering, we understand that this suffering is not Krishna's fault. He doesn't want me to suffer. If I'm suffering, it's because of the mistakes I did. But Krishna, he is there, always ready to give a helping hand. So when we look at Krishna as a friend, then he is so happy because all he wants is that he wants our friendship. And that's what we see in the forest of Vraja, how Krishna is so happy playing with all his friends. And how are Krishna's friends making him happy? Just by being happy. They are so happy looking at Krishna, giving Krishna a fruit, giving him a flower, just looking at him, smile, decorating him, trying, running, racing, trying to catch him, and just enjoying the forest of Vrindavana, beautiful sights, beautiful, colorful flowers, the lovely fragrance, the cool wind from the Yamuna. Everything is so good. Krishna has made the best arrangement so that his friends can be happy. And the friends enjoy that, and that makes Krishna happy. And seeing Krishna happy, all the boys are so happy to be happy. So if this exchange of happiness happens in the forests of Vraja. So let's take a look. So let's go to the house of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda. Krishna is sleeping, it's dawn, and Yashoda wants to wake up Krishna. But Krishna will not wake up easily. He's like any other child. 5 minutes more, this side. 5 minutes more, that side. He doesn't want to wake up. So there's only one way to wake up Krishna. Balaram blows on his buffalo horn. Dhai, the buffalo horn will sound. And all the boys, Krishna's dearest friends, Sridharma, Sudama, Subala, Ujjwala, Madhumangala, Bhadrasena, so many of them, they all hear that sound and they know, yes, now we can go and meet Krishna. So they all come running to Nanda's palace. And then they stand outside in the courtyard and they call out, Kanha, Kanha, wake up, wake up. The cows are waiting. They want to see you. They are waiting for you to come and milk them. Come, wake up. So Krishna hears that. And Nandarani is there. Yashoda Maya is there. So immediately she gives him some butter. She wipes his face nicely and she says, come, come, your friends have come. Come, let's go and meet them. So then Krishna jumps out of bed and he goes and meets all his friends. They are all so happy to be together again. Whole night they didn't see each other. So difficult. So now they're all so happy. And then just a little intrusion here. It started to rain. So in case the power goes, we will come back once the generator is switched on. So if you lose me, I will join once the generator is on. Thank you. So Yashoda is waking up Krishna. Krishna is meeting with the boys. And when all the boys and Krishna Balaram are together, Yashoda brings trays full of condensed milk, sweets, and butter she distributes to all the boys, and they all have a good time eating that. Of course, Krishna has also washed his face and mouth before he comes out and eats with the boys. So this is about dawn, 6 to 6:30. And then all the boys, they go to the cow shed to milk the cows. And young boys do something, it is not without some mischief and fun. So here, when Krishna is milking the cow, well, you're supposed to milk, the milk has to go into the bucket, but Krishna would like to have some fun, so he directly squirts the milk into the boys' faces. So it becomes a game, your game of target. Can he squirt the milk into Madhumangala's mouth or Subala's mouth? So it becomes a test of skill, how powerfully and target-wise, how correctly he can do it. And Nanda Maharaj is watching all this and he's having so much fun. Then after milking some cows, Krishna milks himself, other cows the servants milk. So then he goes back to the house. And now he has to take bath. So Yashoda sends away all the boys, the friends, they go back to their own homes to take bath and get ready. So meanwhile, Krishna is given a good oil massage, he's given a good bath. And then when he's ready, now the boys start coming back. Now Yashoda is very particular that boys and even the women of Vraja, the mothers, don't disturb Krishna, because if he's distracted, then his bathing, his eating, his sleeping will not happen on time. So she's very particular when people are allowed to come and visit Krishna. So now that he's ready, he's taken bath and he's ready, then again the boys start coming. And there is a place there just behind their house. It is called the Rangasthala. It's a sporting arena. So here Krishna, Balaram, and all the boys, they start playing. They like to wrestle, and then they like to race, different games they play there. And then they exchange joking words, have fun teasing each other. And in that garden, there are so many animals and birds, so they enjoy watching all that. So while the boys are having fun in this way, Rohini, the mother of Balaram, she's cooking the breakfast, assisted by many young gopis. So we would have read that Yashoda wants Radharani to cook for Krishna because she has a blessing from Durvasa that whoever eats the food cooked by her will be free from all disease. So every morning, Yashoda sends for Radharani to come and cook for Krishna. Other gopis are also there, like Chandravali, Bhadra, Shyama, many gopis, they're all there. Many mothers are there. Those gopis who have motherly feelings toward Krishna, they're all there and cooking for Krishna and Balaram. And then Rohini calls over the boys to eat. All the boys have a very good breakfast. Now this breakfast includes rice also, rice preparations, vegetables, sweets, the full feast is there. So they've had a good meal, so they go back to rest for a while. They just recline in the couch. So now again, the boys go home for a break, and then the discussion now starts. The boys start requesting Yashoda and Krishna that Krishna, come, let's go to the forest. Let's take the cows and go to the forest. And Yashoda hears this. Immediately she becomes very tense. No, 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 don't talk like this. Don't talk like this. Don't talk about taking Krishna away to the forest. Please don't go. And now the boys are frantic, how to make Krishna go. So they try many things. Finally, Balaram speaks up. So Balaram says, I personally accept full responsibility for Krishna in the forest. I will take him along in the midst of the assembly of boys and will keep him right in front of me at all times. I will not even let him go alone to the bank of the river Yamuna. We feel great happiness by playing in the company of Kanu. For this reason, all of these cowherd boys are now gazing at his moon-like face. So all the boys are just looking at Krishna, that they're not able to take his eyes off Krishna. And then Sri Sridharma, who's the closest friend of Krishna, he speaks up. Listen, Yashomati, Hari is the very life force of all these boys. He is their best friend. So then Yashoda says, okay, you all love Krishna, you want to gaze at his face, he's your best friend, but Hari is the wealth of my life, and Balaram is my eyes. Without my eyes or life, how will I remain alive? Without Ram and Krishna, a single danda seems like the passing of hundreds of yugas. So in this way, she is reluctant to let them go, but the boys want to go. Finally, Nanda Maharaj and the others, they tell Yashoda that we are all cowherds, so the boys, they have to learn cowherding. So you please let them go. They will be safe, we will take care. So finally, Yashoda gives permission by saying that just stay near the Yamuna, don't go very deep into the forest. So now it's 9 o'clock and Yashoda starts dressing Krishna and Balaram. So she puts so many jewelries from tip to toe, so many jewelry. Sometimes it is said that Yashoda offers Krishna more jewelry than he can even hold, so much. So she loves dressing him up so much. And Krishna is very sweet, he accepts. Sometimes he will joke that, no, I don't like this bangle, you give me another one. Or he will say, no, you didn't put this properly, put it properly. So he interacts so nicely. So he interacts so much with all those who are dressing him. And sometimes Vishala, his friend, he helps Yashoda put on the ankle bells. And Krishna, very naughtily, he taps him with a flute on the head. So Yashoda notices that and she scolds him that, Krishna, don't do this. These boys are trying to help and you're being so naughty with them. So it's so much fun even when Krishna is getting dressed. And after that, they start moving out. So it's about 9:30 now. And Nanda Maharaj and his brothers, Upananda, Sananda, they're all there. The whole village comes together because all the boys are going. So all the mothers, all the young girls, everyone is out there outside their houses on the roads to watch this big procession. So just before leaving, Krishna takes blessings from his father and mother, from the elders and the Brahmanas. And the Brahmanas bless him, Chiram Jiva, live long, live long. In this way, they bless him and they chant mantras for his protection. So we see here that we are always turning to Krishna for protection. Pahimam, Krishna, please help me, please protect me. And here we see Nanda, Yashoda, Balaram, Sridham, the Brahmanas, they are all saying, oh Krishna, may you be safe, may you be protected. So this is their Vatsalya Rasa. They are seeing Krishna as their child and they are giving him that love. Prabhupada, very often he says that this is so much sweeter. Instead of going all the time and telling to Krishna, I want this, I want that, give me this, give me that. When we say that Krishna, please take this, Krishna, please be safe, that shows our love for him. So this is the mood of love that is shown by Yashodananda and the other elders who love Krishna. So now the procession starts by 10 o'clock. And there are countless, just can't count, thousands and thousands and thousands of cows and thousands and thousands and thousands of boys, so many of them. So we know that Nanda Maharaj alone has 9 lakh cows. And here we are, all the boys are going. So the entire village, the cows, so many cows. See, all the boys, they are going. And it's a really loud, noisy procession. So they have their buffalo horns that go dhan, dhan. And then the boys are shouting, hi, 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 aha, aha, to make the cows move, aha, aha, abba, 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 move, move. So they want the cows to move. The cows are moving. Oh, oh, oh. So much, each cow in its own tone. The calves are also there, so the calves in their own tone. And then the sound of the hooves of the cows on the sand flying in all directions. And on top of that, these boys have their instruments. They have their flute, they have veena and mridangas, and then tom-toms. So many instruments, real nice, noisy procession. So it's so joyful. So all the boys are leaving at this time. And Yashoda comes halfway out of the village, and then she cannot go beyond that. So she stops there. And again, she takes a promise from Balaram and Sridharma that please make sure that Krishna is protected at all times. But Nanda Maharaja and the other men, they go till the end of the village. And again, Krishna takes blessings from all of them, and they set out for the forest. So in this procession that's going, there are so many boys, and they are divided into many groups based on their age. So some are older, like Balaram, some are the same age as Krishna, some are younger than Krishna. So they interact with Krishna in little different ways, like Balaram is always protective about Krishna, but they all have a sense of equality, of fighting together, eating together, enjoying together. There is no feeling that Krishna is Bhagavan, though they give the respect that he's the son of Nanda Maharaja, he's the prince. So they have that respect, but above all that is the love they have for Krishna. And among these boys, they are all of different colors. We know that Krishna is Megha Shyama. He's dark like the monsoon cloud. And Balaram is fair, is very white, just like the crystal. And the other boys, they all have different complexions. Some are yellow, some have lotus color, some have sapphire, some are of many colors, some are gold, some are pale yellow, some are tawny brown. And one interesting, very interesting boy, he has rainbow colors on his complexion. So much variety just in that. And they are all wearing very nice clothing and very nice jewelry. So they are moved now from Vrindavan. First, they go to Bhandiravan. So before we reach Bhandiravan and we are in the procession, let's sing a little song. This is in English. So let's just have some fun. How the boys are moving with the cows and the 12 forests of Vrindavan that they are going to visit. Can we play the video?
Mataji, Ekleshwari here. I think that video I'm not able to get the access of.
Oh, okay. So we will play it on the return journey maybe, or after some time, by the time I get the access. Ekaleshwari, can you contact the email ID that's there in the mail I forwarded? Oh, okay. Okay, there's somebody else offering to play. You have to give host permission maybe. Let me see. What name? What name, Sumadhuri? 2 minutes. Okay. Smriti. Ekaleshwari, are you seeing that? Smriti has raised her hand.
Yeah. I'll just make her the.
Yeah.
She's made the co-host, Mataji. She can share the screen.
Yes. Thank you, Smriti.
Just a second, Mataji.
Yeah.
Are you able to see, Mataji?
Yes, Smriti. Some more sound.
Now is it okay, Mataji?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
To the 12 forests, the boys are ready, happy, bouncing with Krishna and Balaram leading the party. Jai Jai Krishna, Jai Jai Balarama, Jai. So much fun together in fine weather. Racing, playing, fighting, wrestling, singing, dancing, eating, and merry making. Hi, hi, ya, hi, hi, ya, Baba Moo comes through 12 forests. Mahavan, Kamyavan, Madhuvan, Talavan, Kumudavana, and Bhandidavana. Jai Jai Krishna, Jai Jai Balarama, Jai. Boys having fun through the 12 forests. Vrindavan, Kadiravan, Lohavan, Bhadravan, Bahulavana, and Belvana. Hi, hi, ya, hi, hi, ya, Baba. Moo comes back to the village. Krishna plays on his flute. Hear your names and follow suit. We'll come again tomorrow to play more and more.
Haribol. Thank you. Thank you, Smriti. So we got a glimpse of the 12 forests and how the boys are going to the forest. So now they reach Bhandiravan, and in Bhandiravan there's a huge banyan tree. So even now, if you go on a trip to Vrindavan, you can see this tree. It's still a very big banyan tree. So all the boys rest here for some time. Then they begin to dance. Krishna, Balaram, Sridham, Sudama. So they make a circle and all the boys come in outer circles and they're all dancing with so much joy. And then they have some sports. Now they have different kinds of fighting games. There is arm wrestling, stick fighting, hand boxing, club fighting. And then they have races. And there is this game. Whoever is the loser has to carry the winner on his shoulder. So here there is no difference. Like I said, sometimes Krishna loses and he has to carry Sridharma on his shoulders, or sometimes Sridharma loses and he has to carry Krishna on his shoulders. So like this, they play many games and they get tired, so they rest for some time and then they move on to the next forest. So why are they moving to different forests? Because the cows eat all the grass there and they want fresh grass. So the cows keep moving. As they are eating the grass, they keep moving. So then the boys go behind. They are very careful that the cows don't go too far away. So as the cows move, then the boys also move along with them. So from Bhandiravan, they go to Kamyavan. So here the boys have a race. So Krishna and Balaram, they are going ahead, and now the boys have a race. Who will catch Krishna first? And Kamyavan has lots of beautiful flowers. So the boys take some flowers and they want to race and catch Krishna first and give the flower to him. So they have a race like this, trying to catch Krishna. So it's their competition. Who will catch Krishna first? Okay, here are some lovely pictures for us to see. Okay, here is the Vrindavana. So this is the banyan tree, and here you see how the boys are carrying each other on their shoulders. So you can see there is blue Krishna, and he's carrying dark Sridharma on his shoulder. Sridharma is very dark, and there is Bhadrasena there, who's carrying Balaram on his shoulders. So this is the game they play. So from Kamyavan, they have the race, and the boys climb trees to get fruits, and they get flowers for Krishna. And some boys tell Krishna, Krishna, look at that boundary there. Look at those flowers. Look at this creeper. So they are enjoying the beauty of the forest together. So next they move on to Bahulavan. So the boys blow their flutes and gather all the cows, make sure all the cows are with them as they go to Bahulavan. And there by now they are quite hungry, and Sridharma tells Krishna, Krishna, please, we've been playing so long, it's almost midday now, mid-morning, so let's eat something. And Krishna says, yes, very good idea, come on, get ready. So all the boys, they're very excited, they sit together, they take out the things that their mothers have packed for them, and some of them have boxes, some of them eat from leaves, some of them just eat from the from top of the rocks. So they are casual, no worries. So they just have fun eating. Of course, everyone wants to give to Krishna first. So here you see there's Balaram, he wants to feed Krishna, and everyone wants to give Krishna. So Krishna will bite whatever they give him, and then they take back the Mahaprasadam. Sometimes the boys bite something and they share with Krishna. So they have so much fun enjoying the food together. And this food is very special because it's packed by their loving mothers. So they have varieties of curries, fried foods like samosa, kachori, and sweet rice, spicy minced vegetables, all kinds of varieties of food. And there is a charming pond nearby, so they wash their hands, bring some water, and they're ready to keep walking. So you see there's a little pond here, and they can all wash and drink the fresh water. The calves are also drinking the water. So from here, they move to Madhuvan. Madhu, you may know, Madhu means honey. So there's lots of honey here. Balaram loves honey, so he drinks a lot of honey here, and he makes so much fun. There's so much of joking. And after that, they have ball games. And these are boys, so they play quite rashly, like hitting each other with the balls. So it's actually a game that if Balaram hits someone with a ball, they become Balaram's prisoner. So Balaram is trying to hit the boys, and the boys go and hide behind trees so that Balaram doesn't catch them. But Balaram is too expert, so he manages to catch all the boys. In this way, they play ball games, and one boy will be calling out to the other boy, the Shalmali, come on here, catch the ball. So in this way, they have ball games together in this forest. And then they have a coronation ceremony. There is a beautiful tree there, which has a raised platform. So on that platform, they build a throne with flowers, twigs, and creepers. So they build a beautiful throne there. They fetch water from the Yamuna. And this platform also has trees in the four corners. So it's just like a mandapam. So the whole, the scene itself looks like, the Raja Darbar. So they put Krishna on that throne. They bathe him with the Yamuna river like a ceremonial Abhishek bath. And the different boys are doing different activities. One is doing the chamar, another is holding a makeshift umbrella made from leaves. So like this, they have fun with the coronation ceremony, making Krishna the king of Vrindavan forest. So the cows now keep moving in search of grass. And at this time, about 12:30, Krishna leaves the boys in search of these cows that have gone astray. So this is the time he goes to meet with the gopis who would have also come to the forest to pluck flowers for their puja, or they have brought some delicious food they made at home for Krishna. So this is a chance for Krishna to also meet with the gopis. So in the afternoon, they meet, the gopis and Krishna also meet in the forest, and they get the opportunity to give Krishna the food they have made. And they also have some games like chess, gentle games that girls and boys could play. And from there, they move to Vrindavana. So now Krishna has gone, he's not there. So all the boys are in the care of Balaram. So again, they have a lot of fighting sports, and they start imitating the forest creatures. So some boys, they look at the peacock and they start dancing like the peacock. Some boys look at the deer and they start running like that. Some boys see monkeys jumping on the trees and they try to imitate that. Some try to jump into the lakes just like the frogs. And then there are wells that are empty. So you look into it, you speak, then there's an echo. So they speak some funny words and have fun with that echo sound. So in this way, they imitate the forest creatures and have fun. Some boys chase the birds. You know, the birds are flying. The birds are flying in the sky and the shadow is there on the ground. So they try to keep pace with the birds in the sky. So in this way, they have lots of fun. And then they move to Vrindavana. Vrindavana is very near Shyamakund. So Radha Kund, Shyamkund are the famous two ponds in Vrindavan. So they come to Shyamakund. And around Shyamakund, there are groves, you know, like gardens. And each garden belongs to one Gopa. So they first go to the garden of Sri Sridharma. So this garden is pinkish in color. And here there is a place for, it's called Rangakunja, because it is specially designed for sports. So they sport for some time, and then the boys of Sri Sridharma, his friends and assistants, they start preparing right there in that garden. They start preparing many kind of sweets. And as they are preparing sweets, it gets served to all the boys hot, hot and nice. And they also eat chapati with sugar. So Krishna comes back in time for this feast here. So everyone is so happy. And again, they are eating together with Krishna. Here in Vrindavana, they also dance. Balaram and the Gopas, they are dancing. So let us sing Bengali song. So this is from a book called Preyo Bhakti Rasarnava. So here, this is written by Nayanananda Thakur, and he describes how the boys are spending the day in the forest. So this is written by his brother, Gopal Chandra Das. So let's sing this song and try to visualize how Balaram and all the boys are dancing. नाचे हलधर संगे सहचर आनंदे बालक मेलिया नाचे हलधर संगे सहचर आनंदे बालक मेलिया शिकी गली कामे उन मत होइया कामे उन मत होइया बलया कंकणे नूपुर चरणे बलया कंकणे नूपुर चरणे रणघन बाजा करे कर धरी कोरिया कुंडली हलधर नाचा नाचे हलधर संगे सहचर आनंदे बालक मेलिया बालक मेलिया श्रीदाम सुदामा सुभद्रार्जुना करधारे बड़ी ताला विशाला वृषभा भद्र महाबला कोहे नाचे भया भालो कोहे नाचे भया भालो नाचे सहधरे सहचरा बालक मेलिया बालक मेलिया देखी विपिने मृग पक्षी गणे आनंदे अवशया गायक कोकिला शिकी कुल नाचे हलधर मुख छाया हलधर मुख छाया नाचे हलधर संगे सहचर आनंदे बालक मेलिया बालक मेलिया भ्रमर भ्रमरी उडत परिकर पिकरव बिड़िया ये दसनयन आनंद मगन विपिन विहार देखिया विपिन विहार देखिया नाचे हलधर संगे सहचर आनंदे बालक मेलिया बालक मेलिया Let's read the meaning of this song. Dancing in the company of Haladhar. Balaram is called Haladhar because he's holding the hala. Hala means plough. So the dancing in the company of Haladhar, the boys mingle with their friends in great bliss, just as the peacocks become maddened with desire and dance when the rain clouds arrive. By their bracelets, bangles, and bells upon their ankles, they resound with profuse dance vibrations. Holding hands and forming a circle, Haladhar dances. Sridharma is there, plus Sudama, Subhadra, and Arjuna, holding hands and dancing to the beat. Subhadra and Arjuna are also boys here. This is only the boys in the forest. There is also Vishala, Vrishabha, Bhadra, Mahabala. While they are dancing, they exclaim, Bhaya, Bhalo, oh brother, very nice dancing. Beholding the sight within the forest, the animals and the birds become stunned in bliss. The cuckoos sing as the peacocks dance, all gazing at the face of Haladhar. The male and female bees fly around in groups, and the sound of the cuckoos is all pervading. This servant named Nayana is immersed in bliss, beholding these sports in the forest. So this song is written by Nayanananda Thakur, describing the dance of Balaram and the boys in the forest. So this is just before Krishna has arrived. So this is in, where is this dance? Which forest? Okay, this is much earlier. So now we are in Bhadravan, near the Shamakund, where Sridharma and his boys have given sweets and chapati with sugar to all the boys. And then they go to Govardhan Hill. So Govardhan Hill is an amazing place. It's like an amusement park. It's an amusement park that we just can't imagine. It's all so natural and beautiful. So there are water slides. You can slide down the rocky slopes straight into the water. And there are waterfalls, and the waterfalls are made of fruit juices. And there are caves to hide. There are roots that can be eaten, fruits that can be eaten, so many kinds of berries. So Govardhan is a fantastic place. Now, when you go to Vrindavana and see Govardhan, our vision, we will not be able to see the actual treasure house that Govardhan is. But the Shastras describe to us what a treasure house Govardhan is. So many things there. So much food for the cows, so much green, fresh grass, so much food for the boys, and so many ways that they can play there. Even now, there is this slide. People can see that slippery rock slide, just like we have here in Mahabalipuram. So even in Govardhan, that slide is there, and devotees go and they also have fun sliding down. So they are in Govardhan Hill, and here Krishna begins a fast-paced sport. They call it Hadugudu, and that's what we call the Kabaddi game. So they really have a fast-paced game. By now it is 4 o'clock, and at 4:30, Balaram sounds his horn again, his buffalo horn again. And when the boys hear that sound, it's attention. They know, okay, when Balaram has done that, he's blown his buffalo horn, it's time to go back home. So no more sports, no more wandering here and there. All the boys gather. Now they have to be serious. They have to gather all the cows. So now it becomes difficult. They have to look for the cows. Some have gone away. Some are high. Some have gone into caves. Some have gone on the other side of hillocks. So the boys are all busy searching here and there, trying to gather all the cows. And Krishna sees that the boys are in so much anxiety because it can't get too late. They have to get home on time. And these cows, where are they? They have gone in all directions. So then Krishna says, calm down, don't worry, I'll make them calm. So he just picks up his flute. He starts playing on the flute, and all the cows and the calves, they come running to Krishna. So they all come there, they want to lick him, they want to, swish him with their tails. So they all gather, and Sridharma is surprised, and he says, look at this. Just look at Krishna, what amazing things he does. Just by playing the flute, he's brought all the cows together. So now they begin their return journey, and at the end of the day, they are still as noisy as they were when they left in the morning. So they are not tired. So again, they are blowing their horns, playing their instruments, shouting, joking, raising, playing, pulling each other's clothes, pulling each other's hair, racing, because Krishna and Balaram are way ahead. And then Krishna and Balaram come to the center. All the boys walk in a circle, and Krishna and Balaram, they're dancing even at this time after a whole day of sports. They are still dancing with so much energy. All the boys go around them and they return to the village. So this is called the Godhuli time. The cows are coming back and the dust is flying in all directions. It's a very, very auspicious time. If that dust falls on us, we are really blessed. So all the villages now coming out again. They are so happy. Finally, Krishna is back. They can see Krishna again. Everyone comes outside their houses. They are all waiting to receive Krishna Balaram. So the Srimad-Bhagavatam, the gopis describe this very beautifully. Dina parikshaye nila kuntalaihi vanaruhananam vibradavritam. Dina parikshaye Neelakuntalaihi vanaruhananam vibradavritam vanarajasvalam darshayanmuh manasina smaram virayachasi vanarajasvalam darshayanmuh manasina smaram virayachasi. Dina parikshaye, at the end of the day, Neela kuntalaihi, your hair, curly, beautiful, dark hair, vanaruhananam vibradavritam, and your face, hair, everything is covered with the dust of Vraja. And looking at you, your whole body covered with this dust. Imagine, Krishna is so dark and he has dust all over him. He looks so beautiful, so attractive. So just by looking at that, we become so attracted to you, O Krishna. So the gopis and the others who have all come to receive Krishna, they feel so happy looking at dirty Krishna. He's so beautiful even in that condition. Prabhupada tells us that whatever form Krishna takes, he's so beautiful. He's Matsya, he's beautiful. He's Kurma, he's beautiful. He's Narsimha, Varaha, so beautiful, because beauty is one of his opulences. So whatever form he takes, he's so extremely beautiful. So morning he went, Yashoda had given him a good bath, dressed him so nicely. And now he's coming back from the forest. He's wearing a garland of forest flowers. Along the way, there are so many minerals. So they had decorated their hands, legs, faces with all those minerals, drawing different designs. And he has so many flowers on his head, turbans made with vines, creepers, flowers intertwined with crystals. He's dressed in a completely different way, and dust all over him, his hair and his body. And the gopis are thinking he's looking so beautiful. So this is how Krishna is always so beautiful. So all the mothers are waiting to receive their boys. All the boys go to their homes to get cleaned up. Krishna and Balaram go to their house. Yashoda arranges for them to get a good thorough bath, wash off all those minerals from their bodies, and give them something to eat, to drink, and do an arati to take away the drishti. And Krishna takes a short nap. 7 o'clock, he takes a little nap, but the day is not over. Krishna takes a little nap, and 7:15, 7:30 in the evening, again the boys come back, and they go to the royal assembly hall, and there's entertainment. So many different kinds of people, they come to entertain the princes of VRAJA, Krishna and Balaram. So all the boys, they sit together, they watch this entertainment, they have so much fun. And Madhumangala, he's always very funny. So he comes up on stage and he also does funny things, disguises, he does mono acting, and the boys are just roaring with laughter. After this, Rohini calls them for dinner. So they have light dinner, Krishna, Balaram, Nanda, Upananda, Sananda. They all sit together, have their dinner, and Krishna goes to sleep. And the boys, they have to go back home. They are not happy to go back. They don't want to leave Krishna and go. But they know Yashoda will not let anyone disturb Krishna's sleeping time. So they go back home and they go to sleep. And as they sleep, they dream of Krishna and Balaram and all the fun that they had all through the day. If they didn't have those dreams, they couldn't sleep because they will miss Krishna Balaram so much. So they sleep, dreaming of all the events of the day, and they are just waiting, when will Balaram blow his buffalo horn and we can go to wake up Krishna. So this is one day. This is the day that the Gopas have in the forest with Krishna and Balaram. Krishna and Balaram are very, very, very dear to the Gopas, and they will do anything to please them. So thank you for being with me as we went on this short journey through all the forests of Vrindavana and trying to visualize the games that the boys played and all the interesting food that they ate, all the good fun that they had. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mati. That was an amazing session. It was very nice to see how the boys are having so much fun going through the forests of Vrindavan. And very interestingly, I mean, I was very interested when you said there was a Gopa with the complexion of rainbow. And then in Govardhan, there is the waterfalls are of juices.
Juices, yeah.
So, yeah.
Everything is there. They didn't need a mixie or grinder. No.
Yeah.
Juice is just flowing.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. That was so sweet, taking us through the entire day of Krishna's. It's very, very beautiful. And those kirtans in between, and then those, that small poem like thing in the middle, the rhyming, and all of that was very, very beautiful. Thank you. Vaishnavis, if you have any doubts, you may raise your hand and you can ask your questions. Madji, are you okay with taking up questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
As much as in my capacity.
So, anyone has any questions, you can raise your hands and directly ask Madji.
Mati, I have a question. So is the schedule pretty much similar, or the different days have like different schedule where they do different activities as well? Different tour or different route they take? Is it something like that?
What I have narrated is what is written in the book. My vision doesn't go beyond that. So we need to depend on what is given to us by the pure devotees, whatever information they have given us. We just feed on that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
We have a question by Premeshwari Radha. Prema Madji, can you unmute yourself?
Hare Krishna Mataji. We heard about Govardhan, but after hearing sliding, like an amusement park, I wish to hear at least few description about Govardhan, a few things.
Okay.
So that we can imagine.
If you can look at Gopal Champu, Gopal Champu describes when Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill. So you may think that they were all standing in the wet sand, water is flowing all around their feet. That is the impression we would get based on our experience of this world. But Gopal Champu describes that when Krishna lifted the Govardhan Hill, actually the whole place beneath Govardhan Hill was like like a huge garden. There were so many things there. There were rooms, there were gardens, there was places to sit. It was all a very comfortable arrangement. So this description can be read in Gopal Champu. I don't have it with me right now, but there are different descriptions like this about Govardhan Hill. So what we see with our eyes is very, very limited. So for a complete description, we would need to look into Gopal Champu. I can, if I can take a photo shot and send it, you can post it in your group and you can read that.
There is actually one comment. Hare Krishna Madji, you narrated so beautifully that the desire to go to Golok Vrindavana has increased more.
That should be our goal. Prabhupada wants us to have that as our goal, that we should go back to Krishna. And for that, we need to practice. And that practice begins by chanting Hare Krishna mantra. So you see here, all the Gopas, they have just, their eyes are seeing only Krishna Balaram. Their ears, they just want to hear Krishna Balaram. Everybody is only like Krishna Balaram, hey Krishna, hey Balaram, look at this. So our chanting is the Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So if we follow what Prabhupada has given us, chanting Hare Krishna, following the regulator principles, taking the association of devotees, especially reading the books, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, then definitely Prabhupada, his promise is there, we can definitely go back to Goloka and have fun.
Thank you, Madji. We have a few more questions here. So one is, you said about Arjuna participated in Vraj Leela. Is this the same Pandava Arjuna?
No, it is not. This is Gopa Arjuna. They share the same name. Even Subhadra, you should not confuse that with the sister of Krishna and Balaram, Subhadra. So in Sanskritam, the names would be similar, but the vowel ending will be different, like Subhadra and Subhadra, Krishna, Krishna. So when you make it a long sound, Krishna, then it becomes feminine. So Krishna actually refers to Draupadi. So when we say Krishna, we mean, we keep it short. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. We don't go Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, you know. Though when we sing, we may do that. But in Sanskritam, it's like that. The ending makes a difference. So even the Subhadra is Subhadra.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. And then the Bengali poem is very nice. Is it composed by you, Mataji?
No. It's part of a book. The book is called Preyo Bhakti Rasarnava. It describes the first section is refers to Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the nectar of devotion, written by Rupa Goswami. So the first 6 chapters talk about the signs of bhakti. So like Prabhupada says, you know, bhakti cannot be just sentimental. It has to be accompanied by knowledge to be on the right track. Otherwise, we just get into an emotional fit. It will not take us anywhere. So the whole science of bhakti is given that when you start with faith, then next step, what happens, what you need to do, how you need to associate with devotees. So the full science is given in Nectar of Devotion by Rupa Goswami. So in this book, the first 6 chapters talk about that, the science of bhakti. And then it proceeds to narrate the day of the Gopas. That's from chapter 7 to 10. So that book is written by Nayanananda Thakur, who's a disciple of Sundarananda Thakur. Sundarananda Thakur was an associate of Lord Chaitanya. So he has written this book, and sometimes he gives poems written by his brother Gopal Chandra. This poem is written by Nayanananda himself. I wrote only the English one.
Another question, where did Mother Subhadra grow up? Was she in Vrindavana?
No, Subhadra was born after Krishna, Balaram and Rohini went back to Mathura. So after Rohini came back to Mathura, she had more children. She had more boys, and Subhadra was also born at that time.
So are there any other questions? If you do, you can raise your hand. So I assume that, okay. Vidya, I think you can unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Am I audible, please?
Yes.
I don't have a question, but I just want to thank you for this beautiful 1 hour that I've spent. You just took us to a different level. I could just visualize, and those songs and pictures were just adding more to it. Thank you so much. It was indeed a wonderful session.
Thank you.
I feel blessed. Thank you.
Thank
you. And there is one more comment. Your voice is amazing, Mataji, and blissful to hear.
I don't know whom I should thank for that.
Gomati.
Family.
She has posted.
Thank
so,
you.
Are there any other questions? Okay, then I think we can wrap up. Tarini, thank you very much for the exciting session. It was very, very blissful, filled with so much sweetness, so much of nectar. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation and addressing our girls today. Thank you all for joining today's session. Please stay tuned. We would like to have your audience for another exciting session coming Saturday. So stay tuned. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishna Balram ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Ananta Gopagana ki jai, Surabhi cows ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.